Alright, good afternoon everyone. Thanks for sharing me on YouTube. Subscribe, hit the like and ringing the bell. Now, guys, I know a lot of people really want to see muscle lesson videos, but I just cannot even understand this. I just cannot even go through it and come back to drop into video games my mastered, okay? And behind the poster, I'm going to be something very more relevant, knowledgeable, and even though do not even touch this game, okay? And you know what time will be?
I'm gonna destroy it.
That's right. Today we're going to be destroying Master Lesson. Now, to be honest, I know Legendary was very good time. I'm going to give you guys a little bit story, so sit back and before I blow up. Once upon a time, I watched Pablo Momo's popular, Pat, Julia. I watched Pablo Momo's in June 2015. It was very good. I watched it because I want to play as Master Legend. Okay, I collected legendaries, building the habitats, and there were no offers including lesson pass and more. The only thing you need to do is to play the game, collecting the masters, do the dungeon, and you can play as legendary, generation of mythics. No, I'm not gonna even say pronounce it. Okay, you can play Nemesis, Forsaken. This is just before 2019, which I'm going to talk about it. Okay, you can play Nemesis, LT, War Masters. Because you get War Masters, you have to collect the orbs. You have to collect the orbs. You know about the orbs. This is where you collect the orbs from the event actually does. Okay, you can find it from the events, weekly events, and the book rewards. Okay, so this is actually very important. Okay. Once you have enough of the orbs and book, and also by the way, you should down below, this is actually original PB, okay? If you have those, you will be obtained to be set up for War Masters, including the legendaries, to be fight off against the War Masters, rank up to rank 5, and you'll be solid, okay? You'll be solid to these at the team at which one could be the best. Either War Master Ragnarok, War Master Thalassa. This is definitely one of my go-to master in the game before what they done in 2020s, okay? And on the other hand, I thought might be one of the best. The only thing I really don't like exceptional is the Gambling Wounds. The Gambling Wounds is basically very simple. All you have to do is to put any higher wounds, like let's say put 9 or 8, and you can put 3 level 1 like this, and you have the chances of whether upgrading, whether upgrade or downgrade. Okay, upgrade is basically very simple to put at least level 10, but I have one professional problem which is extremely con. Okay, you have to keep going upwards the wounds until you'll be getting 14. Level 14 is basically extremely difficult. Even me, I don't even care about it. I just want to leave the game forever, okay? There are several events. One is a maze, where you can collect the masters. Actually, the old maze is very better than the new one. Especially what happened to the old maze. Remember, you can collect the mazes by following some guys. You need to breathe Thunder to Thunder, Thunder X Thunder. You have to wait for 4 hours exactly the time, and then you have to find the first path was where, then go to the Epic Masters, and Epic Masters until you get the legendaries, which is even better, okay? But otherwise, SB, it's doing like a drug and downhill for the tremendous people said, oh my god, what happened to the maze? This is not even like compared to the original. And then they released a co-opted era, and after a while ago, they released it, they said Abyssal. Abyssal era, how does it works is the Thunder Eagle were exchangeable, so you have to find the Epic Master to breed, either Final Light or maybe you can specifically say Thunder X Nature, okay? You can do that like your own, but I'm not going to giving it because I'm not really a big fan of the maze, okay? Next part we have the ways. Now, how does the race work? Well, you have to join the members to participate in the race. Every single time you need to aim for the laps, aiming at the 10 laps or possibly 20 laps if you feel lucky to get at least rank 1. But if you don't care about it, then the race task, I'm going about task, the original one is actually very cool, okay? I mean, for example, legendaries are very memorable, okay? Especially what happened to Lopamsi. Remember in 2019, Lopamsi was actually the first marathon race. The tasks are very repetitive, the tasks are very hard, aiming for 15 laps to get unranked until you have to wait until the next Halloween in 2020, okay? The next Halloween 2020 is going to be a bit different, okay? Then we got releasing Mythics, Original 1, Cosmic, Corrupted, Metro, until you should probably gonna stop quitting the game, aka Doomsday, Blossom, Galactic, 2%. I mean, guys, what is the point of this? For example, this is basically stats are calling power creeps. What does that mean? It means if you have an old masters, let's say I would use this monster, Shadow, but she cannot use her because of the stats. They're like a very differentiation between the whole one, between old stats and the new stats, okay? And that's the reason why I can't even read it. It's just so repetitive, and I don't know why. Some players said you should probably gonna break the game, find a new job, and you can come back, and you never come back for any specific time, okay? I highly recommend it, guys. I highly recommend it. You should play this game, okay? Play this game or the Stampede, even better than Monster Legends, because you don't need to worry about the gambling. You are going to capturing all the animals, put it into the zoo, and you can upgrade it as much as possible, okay? Now we have Ancestors. Now basically Ancestors are way more powerful than the Mythics. Why? Because every single time when you see the ultimate skills, you'll be really awakened form. Awakened form are basically OTK the enemies, and yeah, this is basically what we call it, game breaking ass, okay? Then of course the trades, for example, do you remember old Argelia, where you cannot even hit them, where you cannot hit AoE moves? But then it's also what I said, you have to hit it at least 2 times before you can restore it back. I mean, what is the point of the Argelia? Why do you guys nerfed it? It was so pathetic. Oh yeah, get rid of these stats and just not even increasing them. I mean, what happened to? Look what Legendary have done. You guys need to stop statting. It's like a killing machine since the first Mythic, since the original Mythic, right? What is the point of the Ancestors? And why did the stats keep increasing? Why did the stats keep increasing forever until they never shut the game down? Until the game never shut down. I mean, do you think it's not going to be happening? It's like the same thing when I did the Pixel Gun. I don't play it, but it used to be good. Now it's just basically gameplay. It's like, oh my god, I don't like it, this idea. Okay? This is so sweating. I don't want to see how many people can accomplish. What the heck? Of course, normally I don't want to come back to Let's Play, especially what happened done to this one, or the stats one, or the cave one. I want this. I hate this cave so much. Every single time, it's like basically kept nerfed it. Like, you have to choose. If I call up like this, I'm gonna smash in your face. What the heck? This is really bad, guys. I really never come back to this game. Never. Same thing with the Pixelcon. Also gambling, and I don't give a shit. If I left the game for like 10 weeks, then I'll have to be good. Okay? Just warn you guys. Be careful about the Ancestors. Be careful about the power creeps. And the wounds one, I generally don't even care about it. Level 14? Why? Why did you guys add it? This is not even fair. Please remove this, remove level 14 and stick to the level 10, otherwise the stats keeps popping up like a beast. This is nonsense. and I can't even play because the events are so repetitive. I mean, I played the dungeon, I watched some ads on Monster World, and it was not very good execution. And of course, this is basically temporary, not permanently. I'm talking about what happened to the original, what happened to the new one, and every single time the events are so repetitive except B-Edge, aka Bounty Hunt, okay? Although I miss a live tools when you choose the legendary monsters to attack the other players, this was actually more fun. Whereas others, without the live tools, it was not very fun. It was very bad. So it is really bad to say it. I'm going to leave the game without it, and I'm going to use some explosive weapons to blow up those idiots, aka developers. I shouldn't done to read social point, but I don't even care. Okay, so say goodbye to this video and say goodbye to this poster. I promise you guys, you have to keep moving to step forward without stucking in your video games, okay? You will just be addicted. This is not a job. This is all your fault, okay? Now with that being said, have fun to enjoy this video.
Bam! It's the only way to stop Mina.
Oh god.